this is SkullKid3, and this is part 3 of Let's Play LostWinds. In the last part we met Notea and Deo. Notea, a famed explorer, Deo, some kind of old man who apparently looks after Toku. Apparently Enril knew him, but Deo didn't seem to recognize or notice Enril, so he was a bit confused about that. But that's for later in the game. Now we're just going to Wither Falls to find out whether we can get more ability because of the shrine that was apparently there. Oh, Toku, if you ever forget where you were meant to be going, press minus on the Wii remote, and I will try to help you. I can't remember what I'm meant to be doing. Notea says there is a shrine to the west of Wither Falls. We should try to find it. Fair enough, fairy... No, not fairy. Wind spirit lady. You know, you're kind of like Navi, but more useful because you don't force us to listen to you. You keep your mouth shut if you... Do you even have a mouth? I can't see one. You don't have a mouth to speak of. Yeah, I get it. Mouth, speak. Nah. Anyways, this episode is quite special because A, I'm doing post-narration for it for reasons that will become evident later. About 7.5 minutes in, I think. And also, it's because it is the first video where I have a subscriber. Woohoo! His username is Edward18517, I believe it was. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself in a annotation. That's the one. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You're a cool guy, man. Yeah, he's technically my third subscriber, but the first two things subscribe to loads of people anyways, and one of them doesn't even have an account anymore, so you know. So that's pretty cool. And apparently I'm failing to get up here, as usual. What with me being completely inept. I've been watching over this. Oh, I just lost the game, by the way. Very sorry for anyone. I'm going to do that again in part 7, I think. I warn you now. Or it might be part 5. It's one of these parts anyways. I'm very sorry. It's just remembering that part I lost the game, so... Anyways, so now we're going into Wither Falls. And... now we go in. This is the place. I'm just going to be trying to go up here for a few seconds, futilely, because we can't go in there yet. Now we have leaf type enemies, which are new. I have no idea how to defeat them yet, so I just look around a bit and then leave. Get it? Leave. Like, leaf. I'm sorry, I just noticed that, but... Right, I'm gonna have to cut something in this video, because it's like 7 minutes over. Well, it's 11:06, but, you know, I want to get it to like 10:59 or something, just to be safe. So, you know, I'm gonna have to cut something. Probably non-essential. I could even cut some of the failed jumping, so... Yeah, I'll probably cut that, because that probably took up like 10 seconds or 20 or something. So yeah, we've got one of the puzzles that is evident in pretty much every game, where you have to get some form of heavy object and put it down on the switch, and I'm currently failing to do that as well. Woohoo! I'm so good at this game, evidently. So now we just go in here. Don't think this area is necessary for anything. I think it's just to get a statue, but you know, because we're going to get all of the 24 statues, yeah, 24 statues, might as well go in here anyways and eat some frosting cake, whatever that is. And you have to, when he grabs it, you have to lift him up with the Wii remote, pick it up. I'm quite surprised he did the action there, seeing as you can't see it, but you know. Hey, rock, get out of our plant. You're not cool enough. Anyways, then just hover over here, and it's all good. You don't need to go back in there for any reason ever, I believe. So, let's just take this rock and drop it down there. Try to get it over, but completely fail. And then you burn this, and the rock falls through. And then you bring the rock over here. It lands on the switch. It's meant to, but evidently, as my Wii remote skills generally show, I cannot do that somehow. Though I'm quite good at keepy uppies, apparently. So, let's just keep it going before the things come back. And now we're in another chamber. The reason for why I had to do post commentary is coming up in about 2 minutes. So, and we step on the switch. Step on the switch. I wonder what we have to do here. Maybe this, like we did for the last one. And now, the same thing happened as last time. The thing gets on, catches fire. Toku lifts up the stone and it floats and goes woo. Congratulations, you now have the power of Slipstream. To create a Slipstream, hold B and draw the Slipstream path, then release B to activate the Slipstream. Draw a Slipstream line across Slipstream or Slipstream to use that Slipstream on other Slipstreams. Sorry, I know, it says Slipstream quite a few times in there, so I'm just making fun of it. You can see with the Slipstream you can control fire, or elements, and that weird leaf thing that we saw earlier, which we're going to get into, like, now anyways. Sadly, I managed to say that Slipstream bit pretty perfectly, which makes part of some of my jokes in the later episodes completely redundant, because in previous takes of this I kept saying Stripsleam, which made me giggle slightly, but it also made me weep, for it was truly, truly awful. Now we just have to glide Toku up here using the Slipstream, and we just hope to not die, and just made it. And we set the gate on fire, and we run through, and we get another idol, or statue, or whatever you want to call it. And then I try to get back up here, but then I forget that I have to go back and get the thing. Slipstreaming is not one of my strong points in LostWinds. I mean, I know very few things are, but Slipstream is a pretty bad one, really, usually. I think actually in this playthrough I'm actually okay at it, but there's a power later on in part like 7 or 6 or something that I'm really failing at, so that's fun. Okay, here we go. I tried to run through here, but the animation doesn't happen, and I can't run back out. I try to whoosh Toku into the next area, but it doesn't work. I can't move, I can't do anything. So then I just get a bit annoyed with it, quite frankly. I might just cut some of this actually, because I might have had some interesting commentary in the other thing. So yeah, I think I'll just cut about 10 seconds of this. And we're back with the audio level raised accidentally. I forgot that I had them in split screens. Whoa! Glorb factory! What you want to do there, you Slipstream it and burn it to the ground. Then you grab it and lift it up. No more glorbs for me. But we can't get back up. But we can set this gate on fire and get through there. So that's just dandy. And then we're in this area, filled with mushrooms and more mushrooms. And I think there's a mushroom in there somewhere. So then you just burn this gate again. There's a lot of gate burning in this. I think it's one of their favourite techniques using the Slipstream. A leaf man! Burn it! Burn it to the ground! Mwah! I win. Anyways. Oh, you have to go back and you have to use Slipstream to use the fire. Like that torch. Then you get that torch, you use either Slipstream or, well, yeah, you use Slipstream to get it to that gate. And then you're here. Oh, sorry, I forgot that I skipped ahead of that because I was in a bit of a rush. It just basically said you can set fire to plants and you'll get their seeds, which I'm about to show you anyways, so. Use Slipstream, you fool. It makes it so much easier. I'm just too rash sometimes, I feel. So, now we've done that, we can just set this fire to burn the plant. Using Slipstream. Okay, maybe not, but you know. I'm just not very good at being patient. So, then we go over here, and you plant it. And you squishes it down. And then you just spray the water over it. And then it grows, and then you go upwards. And you start to escape from the cave, so that's all good and JP. Whatever JP is. It's like from the word jape, you know. You can just get rid of those. I think you can set them on fire or something, but it just didn't work, so. And we learned that globes are impervious to fire. So they're ridiculously rubbish, but they can at least withstand flame death. So that's pretty good, I suppose. That's one thing going for them. And so now we're in this area, which is another puzzle, but I think we go into the actual puzzle of it. Gust Toku or another object onto a mushroom to bounce them off it. I think I leave way too... Oh no, I left a pretty good gap there. So now I'm going to end the video. In the next episode of Let's Play LostWinds, we'll be finishing the puzzle in this room, and I think we'll be getting out. I'm not entirely sure, but I can just check the video. I'll see you then. Goodbye, and have fun with cats.